I'm back. Yeah, they tried to get me. I'm all right, YouTube. I'm leaving y'all alone. Illuminati, y'all smack the shit out of me. I'm good. I'm leaving y'all alone. I'm not gonna mess with y'all. Y'all get on my damn nerves though. Let me not talk too loud because they might be listening right now. Smack the shit out of me like, oh, for real? Oh, you talking right now? We just gonna take your channel. Okay, I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm sorry, Illuminati. You didn't hear anything I just said. It's all a lie. I love y'all. Thank you for giving me the time to be able to do a show. Hell yeah, Bobby McLean. Hating. Well, let me just say, y'all saw the highlights. Y'all ain't seeing no more, all right? Until I go get that all 22 college, because it's so damn hard to get that. They don't let you. But let's go back to talking since they want to hate, but that's all right. That's okay. That's all right. That's okay. You can't knock the hustle. We back. All right, so who we leave off with? Gallimore? We left off with Gallimore? Let me get y'all thoughts on Gallimore, because before those great people upstairs shut me down. Give me your thoughts on Neville Gallimore right quick. What do you really love about Gallimore? What's the one trait that really stands out to you, and what do you think can really elevate our defensive line? What's the one thing that really stands out to you for Gallimore? Give me your thoughts. What up? Back? Okay. That thing dropped. Eastside Harold, you know I love you. What up, Cowboys D? Lassay says flies at a cookout. Good one. Huh. Give me your thoughts on him. Ron Smith says Gallimore and his ability to get to the quarterback or the running back. Sin City Cowboys don't show no more highlights. I'm not Sin City. I'm not. Stephen Arthur says very good pick. He is so quick. Hell to the yes. Copperface King gets his hands and got good quickness. Juwan James says Gallimore is a grown-ass kid. You ain't never lying about that. He looks like he's going to give him hell. I mean, I'm telling you, dog, that is so true. He like he's going to be killing him. Gambino says he's aggressive and he has a high motor, doesn't stop until the whistle blows. Great analogy. That is the truth right there. Devontae Griffin says Gallimore gets off quick, very powerful, good pass rush moves. What's up, PC76? Yes, sir. So if I'm listening to a lot of people right now, and I'm going to say this myself, one of the things that was really big when he played at that Senior Bowl, and even when you saw those quick highlights before they were taken away, was the quickness, his first step. Now, when you really talk about Tristan Hill with the team, his problem was immaturity, but he's got a very quick first step too. He really does. But Gallimore has that first step. He does have pass rushing moves. He's not a guy that's just going to straight bull rush you every time. He has pass rushing moves. That's why he had 4 sacks this past season. And I think he's a guy that can actually help you in the run game. If you look at who you just had leave the team in a Malik Collins, I thought Malik Collins was a good player. But he just wasn't a good run defender. His first year, he had 5 sacks. I think the last year, I don't know if it was this past year, he had 4.5 sacks. So he's a guy that could get after the quarterback. There was never a doubt with Malik Collins. Could he not get after the quarterback? That was never a doubt. Could he stop people in the run? And that's what showed up in his game. The holes was his run game ability. He was not great in the run. I think Gallimore can be a little bit better in the run than Malik Collins. And like I said, you have the future. And I really believe that this is not a guy like a Tristan Hill where you're dealing with immaturity issues. This is a guy who I believe is ready mentally to take that next step. And like I said, him and Gerald McCoy being another Oklahoma boy, I just think that goes hand in hand. I think that was just another great pick. 3 picks with great value and that actually can do something maybe early in their career in their first year. Now let's talk about our 4th round pick, which I actually called. Ha ha ha! I ain't bragging. Yeah, I am. I'm bragging a little bit. I am bragging a little bit. I'm bragging a little bit, boo thing. I'm bragging a little bit. Because when I did my mock draft, the day before we did our live mock draft, and I didn't think a CD Lamb would be available, but he was, and I took him. Okay, and our 4th round pick. Okay, because our first picks, I think I picked my first 4 picks in my mock draft the day before we did our live draft was CeeDee Lamb, Damon Arnett, Alonzo Highsmith, who y'all better check that kid out. He's going to be a good player. Pittsburgh Steelers picked him up in the 3rd round. He's a defensive end from UNC Charlotte, and Booth ain't know. She didn't even know nothing at the combine. She kept on telling me, I like a Highsmith. I like Highsmith. He good. And he had like 13 sacks. That was a guy I picked in the 3rd round because he has a lot of ability. Showed up in big games against big-time teams. And then in the 4th round, I picked Reggie Robinson. And here's the thing. One of the things I like about Reggie Robinson, he didn't have elite stats at Tulsa. He wasn't the quote-unquote elite guy. He wasn't the guy. Maybe you could say it was a little reach in the 4th round. Maybe you could say that. But I like the development that you can bring with him. And like I said, what the 2 things that stand out to me about the corners, and I did say this on my page before the draft, I said the Cowboys were going to draft 2 cornerbacks in this draft. Who are you over there laughing at, Boothang? Oh, Eastside. Eastside. Y'all so funny, man. I love just watching y'all. PC76 said I can brag. Okay, thank you. Thank you, PC. I'm going to go ahead and brag then. I called it. I said CeeDee Lamb in the 1st on my mock because he was available. I didn't think he was. And Reggie Robinson in the 4th. And then I picked Trayvon Diggs in our live mock draft in the 2nd. I'm just saying. We was close. And then my guy in Long Nation picked Bradley Anae in the 5th. He kept calling him, and he got him. So we were pretty on point with our mock draft. That's why you need to listen to us. But like I said, he press man. When you see Diggs, press man. When you see Robinson, press man. When you see the coach, Al Harris, press man. Aggressiveness. And think about it. The 2 guys that are our secondary coach, Lindquist and Harris, were cornerbacks. Both of them. Okay? And you got a Donovan Wilson at the safety position. I know we were all clamoring for having a safety. Let's get a safety. We need a safety. We need a safety. But if you didn't get a safety early, you weren't going to have a safety that was going to make a difference late. So if you already got a Ha-Ha Dix, if you already got a Xavier Woods, and you have a Donovan Wilson, we all were screaming last year, can we see Donovan Wilson? We think we might have a playmaker. So why are we going nutty and going crazy saying we don't have a safety if everybody was screaming about we had Donovan Wilson last year? Am I right? We were all screaming about him last year. Now all of a sudden we forgot about him? He's pretty much redshirt. He was like a rookie again. He barely played. Let's see what he has, and he has his coach back there. Dog, Al Harris. I'm telling you, man, great pickup with this Reggie Robinson kid. Maybe he doesn't come in and play a lot. Maybe he doesn't. But I think he's a good developmental kid for the future. And as we said before, we have been talking about this time and time again. Cheeto, his contract is up after this year. Jordan Lewis, contract is up after this year. Xavier Woods, contract is up this year. So let's say, just by chance, you don't re-sign all 3 of those players. Jordan's gone, Cheeto's gone, Xavier Woods is gone. Let's just say by chance that happens. Well, guess what you have? You have Trayvon Diggs, you have a Reggie Robinson, or Chris Westery. You have other players there that you can replace. And at the safety position, if Donovan Wilson shows, you lose Xavier Woods, you get a Power 5 conference guy and a Donovan Wilson. Cowboys are covering their tracks. Got to hand it to the staff. I really love what they're doing over there. Now, I don't know if y'all seen a lot of film on a Reggie Robinson. I don't know if y'all seen a lot of film on him. Film wasn't super great, but what's the one thing, if you just heard about him or anything, what's one thing you like about a Reggie Robinson right now? And give me your thoughts. Donation! 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 That's the Tourette's. I'm sorry, it came out of nowhere. Ugh, that's a nasty thing. Give me your thoughts. Reggie Robinson. What you like about him? I want to hear y'all talk. And you know what I love about y'all? We was almost up to 200 up in the feed popping. And guess what? They canceled the feed, and guess what? We right back up here. Oh, man, I love y'all. Y'all some monsters. I love you, Eastside. You keep the chat popping. Eastside Harold keeps the chat popping with the controversy. Oh, yeah, Ha-Ha's contract is up, too. I forgot Tyrone. What up? Call on Tyrone. Yeah, Oaken. Hey, I told you, it's Cheeto. Go watch my video. I asked Cheeto, I said, what'd you think about going to safety? Because I said he should go to. Clay Cup says, in your face defense. Enough of that don't bend stuff. I feel you. Bend, don't break. What else we got right here? Marcella says, I think he was referring to Cheeto. Yeah. Devontae says he's a ball hawk. Dallas Peppers Sr. says we will have a lot of draft picks next year. Also, yes, because we'll have those compensatory too. I thank you. Gambino says he has size. Didn't watch him much. Go check out his tape. Not great tape, but decent. Cowboy D says, hope our D-backs have a better year. They had no confidence and no teak. They all regressed. I'm not going to say that. I will say this about the team, and I'm going to say it again. You don't go from 2018 from being a dominant defense. We were pretty good in 2018 with that defense, and then we fell back in 2019. And I'm going to say it again. We had George Ioka on the thing on our show. Was the safety that was with the Cowboys all the way up until training camp before he got cut. I played the video with Kayvon Frazier, who just now went with the Miami Dolphins. And the theme says that it needs to be the same, that a lot of the coaches were coaching for their job and they didn't have time for mistakes. So a lot of things that you wouldn't have saw that you saw in 2018, maybe the aggressiveness, maybe the more loosey-goosey, hey, ho, John Jones with the $5 holla, maybe with we saw more aggressiveness in 2018. We saw maybe a little more press. We saw maybe a little more blitzing. But guess what? 2019 was a Super Bowl bust year, and it was a lot of pressure on the staff. And guess what? All them staff is going to step like Leon Lett and somebody else. So you got to think that staff was coaching on eggshells. So they probably didn't coach the way they were supposed to, and that's why you had the defensive backfield regress. And not hating on Chris Richard, but who is he working for right now? He's not working for anybody right now, is he? So we got to understand that we got a new system. We got a guy who's been there, done that. And you got a guy who's not going to come in here his first year feeling like I'm going to get fired my first year, or maybe my second year, or maybe my third year. You got a guy who's feeling confident that he can do what he can do. And the Cowboys, it looks like from afar, is Jerry Jones' old ass actually backing the hell up? Is your old ass finally backing up? And here's the thing, and I said this on our mock draft when we had our draft. When Jerry Jones had his interview with Mike McCarthy, that big interview, when he introduced him to the team, when he was getting hired, the main thing that stood out to me about Jerry Jones, what he said, I want somebody in the foxhole. I want somebody who's been there in the foxhole. I want somebody who's been there with the war. Maybe, and we know Jerry's meddled his whole time with Dallas, but maybe we look at Jason Garrett, and I'm going to say this time and time again. Jason Garrett came from the Miami Dolphins with 1 year of coaching under his belt, and I believe he was a receivers coach. He had nothing. He was an up-and-comer. Jerry was loving him and trying to make him and putting him as that guy. So that's why maybe Jerry was mellowing his ass off even more, because I don't have confidence in you because you haven't done anything. You haven't proved anything. But I want to see this out because I think you're a young up-and-comer, so I want to try to see this out. But now I'm not doing that. I'm not going after no young coach. I'm not going after a college coach. I'm going after somebody who won something, who been there and done that, and somebody who probably I can sit back and say, hey, man, this guy knows what he's doing. Maybe I'll peel back a little bit. And I think that's what's going on right now with this staff, with Jerry Jones and his staff. He's taking maybe a few steps back and letting this man work. And we're already, in my opinion, seeing a little bit of a difference. Now let's go to this man right here. Ooh-wee. Ain't he got the name? We ain't calling him Tyler Bidas. I think it's Tyler Bidas. We know his name, don't we? Tyler Badass. You ain't got no other name with the Dallas Cowboys. Your name is Tyler Badass. Okay? 6'3", 321 center? 6'4", 315 All-American? Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know shit about them offensive linemen like that, okay? So let me not jump up here and say, oh, he this, he that. I ain't going to lie. I don't know the offensive lineman. Go watch the Vosh Lombardi tape on them offensive linemen because that man knows it. Go watch the tape. I posted on the thing. I don't know about the offensive lineman about that, but I did watch his tape. But one thing I do know is this. I live in Big Ten country. And I'm going to say it again. I live in Big Ten country. I see the Iowas. I see the Wisconsins. I see the Northwesterns. You know what I'm saying? I see the Illinois. You know, I see the – what other good offensive linemen they produce? Because Iowa, they put them out. Wisconsin, they put them out. Purdue. You know, these teams like this, offensive lineman country. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. It's offensive lineman country. And Wisconsin puts out offensive linemen. That's their factory. They put out offensive linemen. We see DBU and safety U or linebacker U. When you see the Wisconsin Badgers, that is offensive lineman U. And you just had your dog Travis Frederick retire. Now you get a guy in the fourth. You traded up with them whack-ass Eagles. Them whack-ass Eagles let us do this and let us get this center like this, and you got him in the fourth? Now it makes it even more lovely. So you're sitting there thinking, if this dude can actually come in, I think he can actually challenge. What if he actually comes in and challenges for the starting job? Because remember, they thought they overdrafted Travis Frederick. They thought they reached for him in going in the first round and getting him. And what did he end up doing? Well, he ended up doing being a dog with the Cowboys. But let's say this guy comes in and actually comes in and takes the spot. You got Joe Looney as his backup. If he comes in and let's say by chance he's a starter, you put Looney as the backup. Now you got Connor McGovern. You can slide at the guard because remember, we're thinking Connor McGovern might play center because he played in college. Now you draft him. You can maybe use him at center if he is good enough already. You can slide the Connor McGovern to the guard. And now guess what? Your swing tackle is Connor Williams. So if something happens to a Tyron Smith, if he gets hurt because we know he's going to miss at least a couple of games with that damn back, you got a left tackle that was in college at Texas and Connor Williams. You got to swing. I think it works out. Great pick for the Cowboys, especially moving up, making the trade, moving up, getting you an offensive lineman because if you probably would have got one in the fifth round, late, or the seventh round, he probably not going to do nothing, but you got an All-American type guy right here. Cowboys were freaking killing it. Now, I don't know if you watched a lot of the tape on this kid or anything like that, but give me your thoughts on Tyler Badass. We ain't calling him by his last name. I'm sorry, Tyler. Please forgive us, but we're calling you Tyler Badass. And if you're a dude, you're like being called Badass. What dude doesn't like being called a badass? So you're Tyler Badass until you leave Dallas, okay? Now let me give your thoughts. What do y'all think about this kid right here? Let's keep them donations popping, big dog. Wow, y'all going hard on Eastside, man. Why y'all going so hard on Eastside, man? Leave my dog alone. I love Eastside. Eastside Harold always gonna say that, y'all. Y'all listen. One thing y'all about gotta do about Eastside Harold, just let him talk. Just let him talk. He love that back and forth. He love when you jump in because he gonna go hard on you. Stephen Arthur says he's a big boy and he looks strong. He does look strong. Clay Cup says Williams is a swing tackle perfect, BJJ. You feel me? What are y'all thoughts on Tyler Badass? Sin City Cowboy says Looney should go to guard, and this young fella's a day one starter. Still got McGovern and Williams as a backup. I mean, that's a great thing. Like I said, you played against a lot of – said the Verk is still out. Tyler is not a badass yet. Well, maybe not a badass in the NFL, but you know what? I'm calling him a badass. You can call him Bidaz if you like, but I'm calling him badass. Give me y'all thoughts on Tyler Badass. Badass. What's y'all thoughts? John Jones says, I think he's going to be good. I do too. Dallas Pepper Sr. says, great pick. We can never have enough linemen. Hell to the yeah. You can never have too many offensive linemen. And where does it start up front, folks? It don't start on the receivers. It don't start. I mean, possibly quarterback. You rather have a franchise type, but it starts up front on the offensive, defensive line. You can have the best receivers, the best running back, the best tight end in the world, best quarterback in the world, but if you can't block worth jack poo, you ain't doing nothing. Just like that defensive line, you can have the tightest, best cornerbacks in the world, safeties, but if your front line, your defensive line can't put pressure and can't stop the run, it don't mean jack poo. Stephen Alter says perfect replacement for Travis Frederick. David Jenkins says like Tyler's ability to reach, pull like Travis. Did need a badass Joe. Yeah. We'll learn from past blocking from great linemen. Yeah, you're gonna be learning from the best. You're coming into a program. I mean, we all understand that the Cowboys' offensive line isn't what it was like when they got like 2016 when it was going nutty. 2014, we understand it's not that, but they're slowly building it back. And like I said, the one thing you cannot hate on is depth. You always got to have depth, and definitely along the offensive line. So this was a great pickup. Cowboys freaking killed it. You got 5 picks who are maybe except Reggie Robinson. I don't think Reggie Robinson gets any kind of time right now. I think he's more of a developmental stage, but because he's from a smaller conference, they take a little bit longer to adjust. But you got CeeDee Lamb from a Power 5, Oklahoma. You got Trayvon Diggs from Alabama, Power 5. You got Gallimore, Oklahoma, Power 5. You got Wisconsin, Power 5. You got, and what is Will McClay? His first 3 picks are always going to be big conferences. He may touch those small conferences later, but he's not doing them big conferences because he wants guys that have played against elite competition. So when they transition to the NFL, it's not a bump or hiccup in the road. And now let's go to this guy right here. I really wish I could have showed some highlights on this dude right here. But this man right here, dog, this is Law Nation's guy right here. I'm going to give him all the credit for this. But I think this might be one of the best picks. I know. Now, listen for the value. Not saying it's better than CeeDee Lamb. Not saying it's better than Diggs. But for the value where they got this kid, wow. Because a lot of people before, the combine or anything else, we're talking about this kid was a 2nd-round pick, possibly the lowest is a 3rd. Look at that, 6'3", 257 pounds, 131 total tackles, 29.5 sacks in 4 years, 13 last season. And look at, let me show you some. I'm gonna pull up something right quick because this kid right here, man, bruh, this kid right here is all out effort. I mean, and I can't say enough about him. See, here's the thing. I didn't like Bradley as a 2nd-round pick. That combine numbers scared me as far as that speed. 4.97, almost 5. The thing that really helped him was his 3-cone because he can go side to side in his initial get-off. It helped him, and he monstered it at the Senior Bowl. But that was my concerning thing. I didn't really want to touch him that early. But getting him as a 5th-round pick, wow. Now you're talking about value like no other. And I love this kid's attitude. He said I think he said he grew up, watching DeMarcus Lawrence and couldn't wait to get around him to just learn from him. And met my girl Brianna Dix, who's going to be on the show tomorrow. Actually interviewed him, and he wasn't jumping up and down about the sacks. He wasn't jumping up and down about the sacks. He was jumping about being a player, all-around player, and doing those type of things. And I'm telling you, y'all, we got a steal in the 5th round. So right now, you got to say Joe Jackson, who I did a video on, Jalen Jelks, who I did a video on, Dorrance Armstrong Jr., who I did a video on. You guys got to be on your toes because I believe these guys are hungry. These guys are going to come in ready and willing and ready to make things happen. And I don't think they're going to come in thinking, you know what, we just want to sit back and watch. And I think this staff is going to give them every opportunity to make some headway right now. I just really believe that. I really, really believe they have that. What are your thoughts on Bradley Anae? Just give me your quick thoughts on him. Let's continue to get those donations popping. If you want to do a Cash App, it's let me see. Put it right here. That's it right there. But what are your thoughts on Bradley Anae? Do you think do you think he makes any kind of difference, or you think he's just developmental, maybe a practice squad guy this year, and then they just sit him this year and bring him up for next year? But do you think he actually can get some work this year? You actually think he can get on to 55? Because remember, it's not a 53-man roster. I think it's 55 now. Do you actually think this kid can actually get on this roster and do something? Hey ho, J Rock S with the 4.99 holla. Anae is a real dog with a mean ass attitude. I love the pick. I totally feel you. He mean. Let me see what else what we got to say right here. Stephen Arthur says, yo, man, this kid right here is nasty. I saw the footage on him. He is quick off the edge. Yes, he is nasty. Ron Smith says, big game James. That is my guy. So I seen him in real life. Oh, yeah, you know for sure, Ron, because you live out there in Utah. So I know you seen him. Real life and Utah football game. He is a beast. Skywalker, what's up with you, famo? Presley Mitchell, 58, Sin City. Hell yes, Jerry loves him as a good DN. Art Lugo says he will be a monster in the rotation. Ramo Blue says absolutely. No practice squad for Anae, baby. He is on this, and he gonna get his. Okay, that's what John Jones. That's what Skywalker says. John Jones says they better let him play because he gonna get his. Hey, we feeling good about that pick. Dallas Pepper Sr. says he gonna play right away. Relentless. Hey, y'all giving me chills right now. Y'all giving me chills right now, man. Stop it right now. Y'all giving me chills. Like I said, I wasn't on the Bradley train early, but you getting him late, I was choo. Wasn't chewing for him early, but chewing for him late because, like you said, and a lot of people said in this feed, he is relentless. And guess what? Go really watch his tape. He has advanced pass rushing moves. He's not a guy that just comes off the edge and just hits you with a bull rush or tries to hit you with a speed rush. This dude has hand placement. This dude has hand work. They slide him inside. They slid him outside. This dude has work. And if you can come in already, and the great thing is about being a technician, if you don't have the great athletic ability, because he's not a great athlete by any means. He's an okay athlete. He's an average athlete, but he's not a great athlete. He doesn't have that type of bend and things of that nature. Might be a little stiff. But one thing you can't coach is effort. Effort, and that's what this dude. And like I said, he already has pass rushing moves. And if you're already talking about how much you love a DeMarcus Lawrence, right? You're already talking about how much you love a DeMarcus Lawrence, and you want to just really learn from him. What is so good? What is DeMarcus Lawrence so damn good at? We talked about this on our draft show, Skywalker Still and Law Nation me. We were talking about this. When you look at DeMarcus Lawrence, he's not the super athlete like the Randy Gregory, like the Robert Quinn with that bend. He's not that super athlete. But what is he? He's a technician. And how does he get them sacked? Technician. He's a technician. And if you see a guy like Bradley who was already a technician in college, and you already got a guy who he loves in DeMarcus Lawrence who's a technician in the pros, watch out. And I know he's the type of guy, you don't think he was sitting there thinking that I was a second round or a third round pick? I think he's got a big boulder on his shoulder about I want to prove something. You've seen these other guys we drafted. I think maybe Gallimore too. Gallimore and Anae. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. I think those two dudes are coming in with attitudes. So you other guys on that defensive line, you better not come in thinking I was the draft pick last year and I'm going to get first dibs. I don't think it's going to happen like that this year, dog. So you young boys better bring it this year because I know these two dudes are hungry and they want spots. And if you slip up, you may not be having it, and these guys could be having it right here. Now let's go to this guy who I have no clue. I watched a couple games. I don't have no clue about him. Ben Danuki? Is it Danuki? Danucci? Is it Ben Danucci? Is that the name? Last pick of the draft, 7th round pick. Got a quarterback. Played at James Madison, and he played somewhere else. Somebody tell me the other school he played for. He played for somebody else before he went to James Madison. He started somewhere else before he went to James Madison. Then he went to James Madison. 6'3", 208 pounds, athletic, can scramble in the pocket. Pretty decent, can throw a pretty decent ball. Developmental, obviously, but you know what? I think you can give Cooper Rush a run for your money, because think about it, Cooper Rush ain't nobody to really jump up and speak about. Okay, he didn't get drafted either. This kid got drafted. Cooper Rush didn't even get drafted. You feel me? I know they put the $2 million tender on him because they had to, because they didn't have nobody else backing him up. But this kid right here, I got to see more of him, so I can't jump up and down and say, oh, he's going to challenge for the backup quarterback and take Cooper Rush up off his positions. I'm not going to lie to y'all and say I looked at all kind of his tape, because I have not. Okay? But what I will delve into it, but I don't think Cooper Rush is just so damn good as a backup that this kid can't challenge you, that this kid can't push you, and this kid can't take your spot. Now, obviously, you probably maybe will feel a little better about Cooper Rush because he's been in the league, 3 years now? So he has NFL experience. You don't want to just throw a kid from a small school as the backup, in the fire, because it could just be devastating. So that's why they probably keep the Cooper Rush thing. But it's going to be interesting to see in training camp how this all kind of plays out between those two. I don't know if the Cowboys look at a veteran with this, but I don't know if you guys know anything about him. And I'm going to look at you guys in the feed. Does anybody know anything about this kid? I know he's a little athletic. I've seen just a little bit of a tape of him. What do you think about this kid? Does anybody know about this kid? I'm going to ask my people in the feed, because I know we got hella scouts in here. Got hella great scouts in here. Somebody give me some feedback on this kid. Steven also says you like what I know he was at Pitt. That's what okay. Thank you, David Jenkins. Pitt. Hey, you was at a big school. Went to a small school. Stevie Mac 23, thank you. You know you my Adam Schefter. Been through for over 3,400 passing yards, 29 TDs, 6 interceptions, over 500 yards rushing. Yes, he's athletic. That's what I did see. 7 TDs, 5th best deep thrower of all college football in 2019. That's why I mess with you, Stevie Mac. Ken Phillips says, look at his tape and you'll be impressed. Okay, so I'm hearing a lot of good things about him. Sip the Truth 34 has great accuracy. Yeah, Tony Romo didn't get drafted, but so what? Art Lugo says he has great accuracy with his throws and isn't afraid to run or stay in the pocket. Sin City Cowboys says this pickup is to push Cooper Rush, and we usually go in with 3 quarterbacks to help the guys get more reps. Dak and Cooper don't got to throw their arms out. True story. Oh, stop it, Craig English. Bilal Shabazz says Def has good, quick instincts, reminds you of Romo in the pocket. A lot of people saying Romo. Is that just because we ain't got no other quarterbacks to compare him to? I mean, I'm sure no, but he can't all have the Romo comparison. We all can't have the Romo comparison with him. Let me see. I'm gonna pull up one last thing right here, because let's get these. Because Dallas did some work in that free agent too, free agency pool for real. Pull this up. Give me 1 second. Let me pull these up right quick. All right, so let's pull these guys up right quick. Let me ask you. These are the Cowboys free agent signings as of now. Let's see. Pull it up. Sorry about that, y'all. Let's see right here. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to pull this up right here. All right, I'm gonna wait to pull it up because it's acting weird right here. But I'm gonna read them out to you. Let's see. These are, and I don't know what kind of big names are, but right now the Cowboys got Garrett Marino, Ladarius Hamilton, edge from North Texas. Keep an eye on him. Also, a cat named Rodell Carter, edge from James Madison. I seen a little bit of his tape. I think he had like 12 or 13 sacks this past season. Rodell Carter from James Madison. That's a name to keep on eye on from me. Who else? We did get Quantrell Davis from Texas A&M, but I guess he's going with the Vikings. I really wanted that pick. We got a couple tight ends. One from Portland State. Kendrick Rogers, Texas A&M. Stephen Goodery. Ooh, Stephen Goodery, receiver from Mississippi State. Keep an eye on him. Francis Bernard, linebacker from Utah, and Azura Kamara. I believe that was a gigantor from Kansas. I think he's like a huge cat from Kansas. So I don't know if any of these cats make the team, but it's a good. But keep your name, in my opinion, to keep a name on eye on in the free agent pool was Rodell Carter, edge from James Madison. And what else is his name? And Stephen Gooderay, receiver from Mississippi State. Those two guys I'm keeping my eye on right here. But, man, yeah, there's a fullback, right? Roger 6'4", red zone. Y'all talk to me. I'm listening to my scouts in here. Cowboys D says Carter is nasty. Quest 36. Stranger winning take. Go top off the defense. Clay Cup says 6'4" Rodgers, red zone receiver, decent 4.5 speed, red zone threat. David Jenkins says BGJ Mark Holmes, ask him about Josh since we both went to JMU. I sure will. All right. So let's give y'all honest grade. I told y'all I wanted y'all wait till y'all's grades, and I ain't gonna be biased. We don't want to just be biased because it's the Cowboys and we're all excited because with the players deep inside. Give me your real, Give me your real grades for this draft. Don't just A plus, A plus. I'm a Cowboys fan. A plus, 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 plus. It ain't no A plus because Reggie Robinson wasn't an A plus pick. He was a good pick. He wasn't an A plus pick. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give the Cowboys a B plus. I'm gonna give the Cowboys a B plus. I'm not gonna give them an A. I think they dropped a little bit with the Reggie Robinson, although I like him. Fourth round pick. I'm gonna give him a high B plus. I'm not gonna give him an A. I'm gonna give him a high B plus right now. What are your thoughts? And I'm gonna read y'all's grades out right now. Tyrone Church, A plus. Come on, Tyrone. A plus. Q Childs, A minus. Boothang, B minus. Bilal Shabazz, A. It's no bias. We killed it. We did. Can't lie about that. Cowboys D. I'm gonna check out that Carter. Carter had 27 tackles for loss. I'm checking him out as soon as we get off this show, Carter D. Julius Sales, if I said that right, A minus. Dallas Pepper Senior, A plus plus. Let's say Increase, A plus. Cheyenne Maxwell, A. T Smooth TV, B plus. Q Childs, A minus. Cowboys fan, 421, A plus 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 plus. Fire for real. John Jones, B. Ken Phillips, A. Oh, Sheila. I love saying your name. Oh, Sheila. She gives it an A. Ron the Don says, I honestly think probably won't be, you talking about our backup, right? Clay Cup. Hey, Clay, I hope you become a member, dog, because you on it. You got all kind of knowledge up in this BI. Make sure you a member, bro. 6'3" receiver, back QB, yeah. I did see that quarterback this. Q Childs A-. Gambino with the B. Art Lugo with the A-. Steve with the B+, still no set. Yeah, we got a safety, Steve-O. Yeah, we do. We got Ha-Ha, we got Woods, and you got Wilson. We got a safety, dog. Taking all bets at 8. Why B+, big game? I'm going to tell you why. I give a B+. You know, I had an A, pretty much an A the whole draft, but I really feel the Reggie Robinson drops it down to a B+. Just my opinion. I like Robinson, but I feel like that drops it down to a B+. I think he's the pick that drops it down to a B+. It's like right there at A, but him in the 4th, because I don't know if he sees the field this year. I don't know about that because it came from Tulsa. Didn't have a great career out there. Okay. Saw a lot of holes in his game when you watch the tape. So I don't know how much he sees the field this year. So that's why I'm knocking it down to a B+ in my opinion. What up, KMT? What up, KMT? I'm just looking at y'all. Sip the truth. Reggie had 4 picks last year. You tripping, bro? Yeah, I'm not tripping, dog. First of all, I'm the one that picked Reggie Robinson. So how am I tripping? I picked him in my mock draft at the 4th round pick. So I'm definitely not tripping because I picked him. So I definitely not tripping, big dog. But he had 4 picks and he played for Tulsa. Okay, he didn't play for Alabama or these big conferences. So yeah, you got 4 picks, but you played in a small conference. So you're not going to come in from Tulsa with a okay career and come in with Dallas and feel like you're really going to just ball out. I'm sorry, I just don't believe that. I think you're more of a developmental player, and in the 4th round, you're a developmental player. I don't think you come in and see the field all like that, and that's just my opinion. Oh, okay. You said DHC Matisse. Chris Richard is with the Giants. Okay, thank you. Yes, you better get that membership, KMT. Nah, sip the truth. I ain't betting you no damn $100. Sip the truth. I ain't betting you 100 on that one. I'll bet you some 10. I'll do a $10 holler bet with you, but we ain't betting 100, big dog. Hey, like I said, I like Robinson. But I think he's developmental. It remains to be seen that if he's going to see the field. Here's the thing: if he sees the field, y'all can jump on my page and say, "I told you so." I'm not going to be mad if he's seeing the field and getting picks. You can jump on and say, "I told you so." I'm gonna say, "You sure did," but guess what? He's getting picks. Hey, I want him to succeed. I wouldn't have picked him in the 4th round of my mock draft if I didn't like him. Okay, I do like him. I just feel like you're coming from a Tulsa program. I think you're going to need a little bit more development, and maybe you sit behind these guys and learn some more. Get some special teams work, learn a little bit more, and then get your feet wet. Maybe in some games, some early games, maybe some teams that are not the greatest competition. Get your feet wet that way. But I really think they're going to rely on the Cheeto and the Jordan Lewis and the A. Brown, and I think Diggs is going to get some work as well. And then let's see what happens with this Chris Westry kid. I think somebody said in the feed that they're not looking for him to be on the team, but I don't really agree with that because you just don't get rid of a 6'4", 4'3" guy with that long reach and wingspan. You want to see what he can offer. I definitely let's root for Westry to make the team because what other 6'4" corners are you seeing out there? Let's root for him to make the team and do something. We don't want him to get cut. But all right, folks, getting off of here. It's a wrap. Boothang said, all right, come on, hurry up. Are you cooking tonight, Boothang? Okay, what you cooking? What we eating? What is it? Kabasa. Kabasa? Cabeza? What is that? Sausage? What else? My boo can cook. She a white girl, too. Some of them can cook. Not a lot of them. It's like, let me not do that because I don't want y'all jumping on me. Don't jump on me and be talking trash to me. I like all colors, so don't think I'm just that dude. I like all colors, so don't think I'm that dude. But yeah, I'm just saying, she can cook. I was surprised. And I was a little surprised. I mean, a little because I had to see. Okay. And she don't cook and you even said yourself when we first met, you said I ain't no Chef Boyardee. You said you ain't no baker. You said I ain't no Chef Boyardee. So I said, oh Lord, I don't know if I'm gonna talk to you because I mean I might be a slim dude, but I can eat. So I didn't know if I want to talk to her because she said she I ain't no cook all like that. So I said, man, I don't know y'all, but guess what? Boothang proved her worth with that cooking. She'll cook some stuff. I'll be like, what the hell is this? And it works, and it be good as hell. And she loved going on Instagram and posting her food. She had like she a food chef. You know the food ladies? You know the food ladies, when they go in there, they make a dish, and they just want to go post their pictures on. She that lady. She go post her pictures on what she cooked. Okay, great job. You did good. I'm just saying. Yeah, KMT, that membership it should be there. I'm waiting for it to push through, so I'm thinking it's going to be active tomorrow. It's got to be. And when you see it, go through the tiers and let's get it popping. Now, make sure tomorrow, hey, ho, Willie Stovall. What up, Willie? Young got me? Where was Young? Oh, hey, ho, Young Wilson, my bad big dog. Aloha. What a draft. We got a great D tackle and Anae. Hey, I apologize. Aloha. Remember, drinks on you. All right, so one last thing before we get out of here, y'all. Tomorrow, don't just jump out because as soon as I say I'm about to leave, I get 40 people drop instantly. Y'all motherfuckers, man, stop doing that. Y'all stop doing it. This because I sound great in the feed, it don't mean you just leave. Hear what I got to say at the end. All right, make sure you tune in tomorrow because we're going to have an awesome, awesome show. We're going to have Miss Brianna Dix back on the show. Okay, we had her on about 3 weeks ago. She gave us an awesome interview. Just love her bubbly personality. And guess what? She talked to, she interviewed Bradley. She interviewed CD Lamb. I think she talked to Diggs. And we're going to get her thoughts. And basically, when she talked to those guys and pick her brain and, what CD Lamb had to say and what Bradley Anae had to say. So make sure, and we want to hear what she has to say. She's going to be our lady this year. She does her own thing with D210 Sports, but we want her to be our lady correspondent over here with the Silver and Blue Nation, Skywalker Still in Law Nation. We want her to be our lady. We want more of the ladies like Sheila and if you ladies are in the feed, talk so we can know. I need more ladies in the feed that talk football. So we're gonna bring her on, pick her brain. Talk about the picks, talk about the draft. It's going to be a great, great time. That's going to be going down at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on me and Skywalker Lord, just me and Skywalker. Can I get it out? Me and Skywalker's page. We'll both have that interview 7 p.m. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be another great interview. I'm also going to have my guy Brandon Tucker back on. I don't know if you checked that interview out. I had him on about a month and a half ago, and he trained Curtis Weaver. He trained, I think, he trained 9-10 guys this year, and 7 of them got drafted. So we're gonna bring him back on and talk about the players that got drafted with him. It's gonna be an exciting time, and I got a couple of Cowboys players that may be in the fold. With some interviews. So hopefully those will go through, and then we can bring you those interviews for you guys so we can have a really good time. And one last thing, The membership should be up. The approval, the approval hit me today. We're just waiting for it to push through. Like I said, you can go on the Silver and Blue Nation page. Look on the very right-hand corner, and you'll see join. You'll see the 3 tiers that you can join, and let's make this thing great. I got the Biggie level, the Big Game James Deluxe, BGJ Deluxe, and the BGJ Premium. And the one thing I really want you guys to understand before I get off this feed, everybody who's still in here, I want to give back. And I really want y'all to know that. And I want to tell you this every time I get off this feed, that I appreciate you guys like no other. Like, it's really a big deal to me, this journey I've been doing. It's going to make this thing great. But I just love you guys and the support that you give. And I want to be able to give back. I do appreciate the donations and how you've been able to help this thing build and make it great. But like I said, I really want to give back to you guys. And especially if you become a Big Game James Premium member, you're going to see what I will be able to give back to you guys for the love you have showed Silver and Blue Nation in this short time that I've been, banging and grinding on this YouTube and in this media field. So I really want to give back to you guys. We're going to have a really good time this year. Let's hope this COVID-19 passes so we can have a football season, so we can get this thing cracking. But one thing I just really want to give back to you guys, and and the way it's going to happen is you have to be a premium member to get those premium perks. You become a premium member, you're really going to like it, dog. You're going to get some random things that you're going to be like, what? Hell no. Nah. And I'm going to be like, hell yeah. So let's have a good time, man. Let's make this great. Let's make this thing great. I appreciate everybody that was in the feed. It was freaking rocking today. You guys are freaking awesome, man. That was a damn good show today. You guys had amazing feedback. I'm going to call y'all scouts. I'm going to call y'all pro. Y'all got some stuff, man, and I just love y'all on the feed, and I just can't thank y'all enough. This was just a great time, wasn't Boo Thing? They shut the feed down. We had 200 popping in the feed, right? They shut the damn feed down. We come right back and open the feed up, and we get to write them numbers right back up. Mother suckers, I love y'all. And don't get mad I call y'all mother suckers. When I call y'all mother suckers, it's mother suckers in a good way. That's my mother suckers. Y'all my mother sucker dog. Y'all my dogs, man. I love y'all. So make sure you tune into the feed tomorrow, man. It's going to be a fire interview with Brianna Dix. We can pick her brain about the picks that she's talked to, and let's continue to make this thing great. All right? Silver and Blue Nation, Big Game James, you know how we do. We about to go to the top, baby. Can't stop this hustle. We out. Deuces.